We're shifting focus now from the budget to some breaking news that's now coming in. Remember, former Jharkhand Chief Minister Hemant Soren was arrested yesterday. He was taken into ED custody yesterday. His successor has already been put in place. Now we have accessed the petition that Hemant Soren filed with the Supreme Court. Exclusive details that have been accessed by CNN News 18, in which this petition, where he knocks on the doors of the Supreme Court, Hemant Soren, the former Chief Minister of Jharkhand, has termed his arrest illegal. Ananya, my colleague, now joining us, getting us more details. Ananya, you've accessed exclusive details of this petition that has been filed by Hemant Soren in the Supreme Court. If you could take our viewers through it.
Well, definitely, Hemant Soren has now knocked the doors of the Supreme Court after a lot of action in Jharkhand. Now, Hemant Soren has knocked the doors of the topmost court of the country, clearly saying that, the ED's action and, in fact, his arrest is completely illegal in nature. The grounds of arrest on which he has been arrested are specious and are unjustified at all. In fact, a big point, Poonam, that comes out of this petition that in fact Hemant Soren has claimed here is that the action of the Enforcement Directorate is based on the centre's behest. And this is a clear-cut, way to actually topple the government in the state of Jharkhand is what Hemant Soren's charge is. How much of it does it play up before the topmost court of the country? We'll get to know tomorrow, because remember, the matter was mentioned today before a bench headed by the Chief Justice of India, Dr. Justice D.Y. Chandrachud. However, the CJI said that he will hear the matter tomorrow, and the bench that would be hearing the matter will get to know when the list actually comes out today as to who will be hearing this particular matter. Very, very categorically big charge coming in from Hemant Soren, saying that the ED's action are on the behest of the central government, so that a toppling of the government can actually happen in Jharkhand. Not only this, he also go on to say that the ED was earlier informed by, in fact, Soren's counsels while he was being arrested that, they have moved the Supreme Court. However, in order to make his actions before the topmost court of the country infructuous, they arrested him, and in an illegal manner he was picked up from the governor's house, is what the charge of the Enforcement Directorate is. How much of all these arguments would actually, get up with the Supreme Court is something that we'll have to wait and watch. Another point that comes out from that petition is that he says that, all of the action of the Enforcement Director is unjustified because he has no role to play in the predicate offence. So how can a scheduled offence of money laundering be charged against him? So big developments coming in as far as Hemant Soren is concerned. Whether or not he'll be able to secure a relief from the top of the country is something that only time can tell. Poonam.
Right, now the petition is with the Supreme Court. We saw the manner in which the arrest happened yesterday. After at least 7 hours of questioning, the Enforcement Directorate first took him into custody in the Enforcement Directorate's vehicle with the Enforcement Directorate team. Hemant Soren was at the Raj Bhavan. He did tender his resignation, after which the questioning continued, and only then was he placed under arrest towards the latter half of the night. There was a video message that was released by Hemant Soren as well. This is a petition that he has now filed in the Supreme Court. Ananya, do we have any idea of when the Supreme Court could be hearing this?
Well, definitely the Chief Justice of India has assured that the hearing in this matter will happen tomorrow, but we are not yet clear as to will the Chief Justice of India himself hear that particular matter, or a new bench would be assigned to hear this particular matter, because the Chief Justice of India is the master of the roster. All of the matters for urgent mentioning are mentioned before him. However, he is the one who assigned benches, so it would be interesting to see as to whether or not the Chief Justice of India himself hear this matter, or would it be given to some other bench of the Supreme Court. So the hearing definitely is tomorrow, is what the Chief Justice of India has said. The list is yet to come as to when the matter is listed, before whom the matter is listed, but definitely Hemant Soren will be given a hearing by the topmost court of the country tomorrow. But the big question that remains to be seen is whether or not he will be able to secure a relief in this particular case or not, whether or not the Supreme Court would term his arrest illegal, or some kind of a relief would be given to Hemant Soren in this particular case. But the charge that Hemant Soren has levelled is something that is of very key importance, wherein he goes on to say that the ED's action is just to topple the government in fact Jharkhand on the behest of the central government.
Right, Ananya, thank you so much for getting us the latest on that. The legal battle for Hemant Soren continues. His arrest is illegal is what he has now told the Supreme Court. How the Supreme Court rules on that